I wasn't even supposed to be at that wedding. Didn't get an invite. Didn't need one either. But when I saw Tasha post that shiny reception setup on Instagram, tagged location and all, I thought, why not? Borrowed a dress from my cousin, threw on some lashes, and slid in with the bridal party like I'd always belonged. Tasha and I used to be close, real close, until she turned fake, got bougie, and picked a man with more red flags than a clearance sale. But I kept it cute. I smiled. I toasted. To my sister in everything but blood, I said, raising that cheap champagne like it was Dom. May your marriage be as strong as your makeup-setting spray, long-lasting and waterproof. The crowd ate it up. They laughed, clapped, toasted right back. Tasha even reached for my hand with that fake, "You're my day one" look in her eyes. But baby, what they didn't know? I didn't come for the cake. I came for the chaos. So I walked away from Tasha and headed to get dessert while still holding the mic. Graceful, composed, headed toward the dessert bar like a guest of honor. And that's when I let it slip. Or, accidentally let it slip. Can't believe she still married him after that cruise waitress mess last week. But hey, a ring's a ring. Yeah. The mic was still on, still live, still blasting through those rented speakers like a Sunday service. The room went quiet, real quiet. Fork dropped. Somebody gasped. And the bride, that glowing queen in white, she turned to her man like she was realizing the ceremony wasn't the only thing fake. So of course, I managed to stand in between these play lovebirds so they wouldn't get too excited. Then Mike stood up. Face red, hands shaking. "You said you forgave me," he snapped. "You said you wouldn't bring that up." Oh, it was delicious. He stormed out in his nice pressed tux, just like a man would on a heated soap opera. And me? I made my way back to the dessert bar and stood there, eating frosting off a fancy spoon, unfazed, unbothered, uninvited. I glanced over my shoulder at Tasha, tears building in her big brown eyes, and said just loud enough, "I never liked you, Tasha." But see, what none of them knew? That wasn't a slip. That wasn't an accident. That mic being on, that was the plan. Because while Tasha was busy playing pretty princess, her man, he'd been texting me. And by the time they figured it all out, I was gone. Gone, and he left with me. So yeah, I ruined their wedding. And honestly, at the time, I didn't care because Mike was mine, all mine. We stayed together for a few years, even had a couple kids. But eventually, Mike left me and the kids for a poly relationship. Looking back, I probably should have seen it coming. But I didn't, because just like Tasha, I was living a lie. And you know what? That's okay, because I enjoyed the ride while it lasted. So don't judge me. Learn from me and make your decisions with the future in mind.